All right, so picture this. You're starting your day, catching some epic waves at Muriwai Beach. Yeah. Then later, same day, you're kicking back maybe with a locally made Sauvignon Blanc, watching the sunset over the harbor.
Dreamy, right?
Total dream. And it's all possible in Northwest Auckland. But today, we're going beyond just those postcard perfect moments. We're really digging into what makes this region tick.
Exactly. We're talking about the nitty-gritty, the stuff that helps you figure out if Northwest Auckland is your kind of place, especially if you're thinking about making a move.
And to help us with that, we've got a treasure trove of insights here from real estate expert Darren Ryder.
From Barfoot and Thompson.
Right. And let me tell you, this isn't your typical real estate jargon. This is about uncovering the real vibe, the heart and soul of Northwest Auckland.
And we know you, our listeners, value your time, so we're cutting straight to the good stuff, the insights you can actually use.
Love that. So first up, let's address the elephant, or maybe the kiwi in the room. Northwest Auckland is about way more than just those stunning beaches.
It's true, though. They are pretty stunning.
Oh, absolutely. But what Darren's material really highlights is that this region is an absolute haven for outdoor enthusiasts. We're talking next level stuff, obviously incredible surfing. I mean, it's world renowned for a reason.
Right.
But beyond that, there are mountain biking trails that'll blow your mind, scenic hikes, even some really great fishing spots.
And it's not even just about having those activities available. It's more about the lifestyle shift, you know?
Tell me more about that.
Well, imagine, like, swapping those soul-crushing city traffic jams for, say, a peaceful morning hike through the bush. That connection to nature that everyone's craving these days, Northwest Auckland's got it in spades.
It's so true. And, okay, get ready for this because it's about to get really interesting. Did you know there are actual natural hot springs in Parakai?
Oh, yeah.
Naturally heated, mineral-rich waters. People have been going there for their therapeutic benefits since, like, the 1800s.
It's incredible, and it speaks to that diversity that Northwest Auckland offers, right?
Totally.
Like, whether you're an adrenaline junkie who's all about those mountain trails or you prefer a more zen hot springs experience, there's something there for everyone.
It's about finding your own little slice of paradise, whatever that looks like for you. And speaking of different vibes, one thing that really struck me from Darren's material is how vividly he paints the personality of each suburb. It's not just one Northwest Auckland experience, is it?
Not at all. Each community has this unique character, like Huapai, for instance.
Which, by the way, is pronounced Wapai, not Wapai. Just putting that out there.
Always helpful.
Yep.
But yeah, Huapai has that charming village atmosphere. Then you've got Kumeu, which is much more bustling. They've got the town center, obviously, and of course the renowned Kumeu wine country.
Oh, don't forget the wineries. So good.
The best.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side, if you're after something quieter, maybe a bit more rural, there's Helensville and Kakapakapa. They've got these properties called lifestyle blocks, which are super interesting.
Okay, lifestyle blocks. Now, I gotta be honest, I'm not exactly sure what that entails. Can we break that down a bit?
Of course. Basically, they're larger plots of land, usually over an acre, sometimes even bigger. So you've got all this space to spread out, maybe have some horses, or even start your own little orchard. It's a chance to embrace a more self-sufficient lifestyle, but still be within easy reach of, city conveniences.
The best of both worlds. You get that peace and quiet of the countryside, but you're not completely isolated from everything.
Exactly.
Now, speaking of finding that perfect suburb, we have to talk about this whole growth factor in Northwest Auckland, because Darren's material hints at some really interesting trends.
And this is where it gets really relevant for our listeners, especially anyone thinking long-term about Northwest Auckland.
Okay, spill the tea. What kind of growth are we talking about here?
Well, areas like Kumeu, Huapai, and Riverhead are experiencing significant growth right now, and that translates to a booming real estate market.
It's about the whole area kind of leveling up.
Yeah, exactly. Growth like this usually means, businesses are seeing the potential, investing in the area.
Yeah, right.
Infrastructure is improving, and you tend to see this real sense of community spirit as more people are putting down roots.
It's like that energy just kind of snowballs. So for someone listening who's like, okay, Northwest Auckland is sounding pretty good,
right.
Understanding these growth patterns, that's got to be a key part of their research, right?
Absolutely. Whether they're thinking about, capital appreciation on an investment property, or if they just want to be part of a community that's vibrant and evolving, this information is gold.
Totally. It's like getting in on the ground floor of something really special. Okay, so let's say someone listening is like, all right, I'm sold. I'm ready to dive into this Northwest Auckland market. What should they keep in mind? Because Darren's material kind of hints at the fact that it's not always straightforward, right?
Yeah, navigating any property market has its quirks, but Northwest Auckland definitely has its own unique nuances, yeah. And this is where I think local expertise becomes absolutely crucial. You can read all the articles, browse listings until you're blue in the face, but there's no substitute for having someone on the ground.
Books on the ground.
Exactly. Someone who really knows the ins and outs of the area, who's, part of the fabric there.
So someone like Darren Ryder, right? Living and breathing Northwest Auckland real estate.
Exactly. He's embedded in that community. He understands the nuances of each suburb, the kind of stuff you just don't get from a website.
And that's where partnering with the right real estate agency can make all the difference.
Huge. And Darren being with Barfoot and Thompson, that speaks volumes.
Yeah.
They've got a really solid reputation here in New Zealand, but more than that, they've got deep roots in Northwest Auckland specifically. So they're not just coming in, cold. They've got their finger on the pulse.
Yeah, they're in the thick of it.
Exactly.
It's like having a guide, someone to walk you through all the
maze.
A maze, exactly. Help you make those smart decisions.
100%. Now, speaking of navigating this market, can we talk about those suburb names for a second?
We have to. Some of them, even for us, are a mouthful. Kokupakuppa. I'm looking at you.
Oh, tell me about it. I definitely stumbled over a few when I was first getting into this research.
Right.
But it's kind of charming though, isn't it? It's like, you're venturing off the beaten track a little.
And once you can pronounce them, you're practically a local.
Exactly. Instant local status.
Now, for someone who's ready to go from struggling over pronunciations to actually getting some boots on the ground, experiencing it all firsthand, Darren really emphasizes open homes.
So important. Because you can't truly understand Northwest Auckland until you've been there, felt it for yourself.
Yeah. It's one thing to see those glossy pictures online, but to actually walk those streets, walk through those homes, feel that sea breeze, there's nothing like it.
It's about immersing yourself in the lifestyle, getting a sense of that community vibe.
Totally. And then you can actually start to imagine yourself living there.
Exactly.
And that's what's so great about these deep dives, right? We're not just throwing a bunch of random facts at you. We're giving you the good stuff, the insights you need to actually make a decision about whether this is the right place for you.
Right. It's about empowering you guys. Because at the end of the day, buying a house, moving somewhere new, it's a big decision. It's not just about bricks and mortar.
It's way more than that.
It's about finding a place where you can really see yourself thriving. And I think what we're seeing from all this material with Darren, Northwest Auckland, really seems to offer that,
It does, that unique blend of the natural beauty, that community spirit, and then that genuine growth potential. It's hard to resist.
For sure.
It's like we've distilled this whole Northwest Auckland thing down to its purest form,
Love that.
The adventure, the community, and the potential.
And the exciting thing is, this is just scratching the surface. There are so many hidden gems, so many fascinating stories in this region.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, you've given us a glimpse behind the curtain, but it really makes you want to go experience it all firsthand.
That's the goal. The good deep dive should leave you wanting more, right? It's about sparking that curiosity, getting you asking the right questions.
Instead of just handing you all the answers.
Exactly. It's your journey, your adventure.
Love that. So to our listener out there, totally captivated by Northwest Auckland right now, here's what we'll leave you with. As you start to really explore this place, this idea, ask yourself which of these suburbs speaks to your sense of adventure, which community feels like it could be your community, and where do you picture your future unfolding?
Because at the end of the day, Northwest Auckland, it's not just a dot on the map.
Right.
It's a whole tapestry of experiences just waiting to be woven into your story.
We've given you the map. Now it's time to go chart your own course.
Go get them.
Exactly. Go discover your own Northwest Auckland.